Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Joshua Williams. So I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at the title and thinking, what? There's a musical on SpongeBob? What? Wait a minute. That's not real. There's no possible way. Oh yeah, I remember Nickelodeon announced that there was going to be a SpongeBob musical this year. Oh, what? Oh, what? Now you're talking about it? Oh my goodness.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness, there is no possible way that this is real. This is Nickelodeon's doing this? I mean, I thought this was just a scheme or whatever. What? Calm down, okay? It's not that bad. And yes, I know, as crazy as it sounds, yes, there is actually a SpongeBob musical. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, it's SpongeBob. Why are they making a musical about it? Why is there a musical on SpongeBob? There is no way that this is able to work. They can't even make great songs in the goddamn cartoon. Why are they gonna make a musical? The songs are going to be awful. This is just not going to work. You'd actually be surprised. To a lot of people who've seen it in Chicago, it actually works. I'm not kidding. Now I know the way I just said it kind of makes it seem as though I really don't believe it, but I honestly am a little shocked. And the reason why is because, well, I didn't particularly know how this was going to go when it came to a SpongeBob musical. I didn't know what the story was going to be. I didn't know how the set was going to be like. I somehow kind of predicted what the costumes were going to be like when it came to SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. But, yeah, other than that, I had absolutely no idea what this show was going to be like. So, honestly, I didn't want to be that kind of person who was thinking, oh, well, this is going to be a SpongeBob musical, this is going to be awful, blah, 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 because when it comes to me in musicals, generally, especially if I know about it before they even kind of start literally doing rehearsals and building the stage and performing, I sometimes will go in and start to actually research who's working on the show, and I'll see if their shows have been critically acclaimed, or if it's been bombed, or if they're known as very good creators of the show, or of any show that they've recently produced or whatever, of course. And that's what I did with SpongeBob. So I looked at all of these people, I looked them up on Google, and they have their own page of like stuff that they've done, like their own website. And honestly, I've looked at it and I was just like, wow, these people have done some really, really big and great work. And it actually kind of grown some hope in the show, honestly, because it's not that I didn't have hope for the show, it was just I didn't really know what the show was going to be like, so I didn't know if this was going to be a disaster or if this was going to be a masterpiece. Because, again, it's SpongeBob. There was kind of no way to really see how something like that would work. But obviously I wouldn't be able to be a book writer for a show or the creator for the show, because if they were able to come up with something, then they are definitely good at what they do. About 2 months ago, and sometime in May, and I think a little bit in April, they've actually started to kind of show us a little bit of what the show is going to be like. They announced the cast members, and they kind of showed us like the set design model of what the show was going to look like, and they kind of showed us a little bit of, a little taste of what the songs are going to be like, especially since they are made from all these huge pop artists and stuff. And, well, all these good, big, huge musicians. I'm not sure if I would 100% call them pop artists. Well, maybe they are pop artists. And so then I've been kind of going on their page and looking up everything, and then I found out they have a hashtag SpongeBob Broadway. Basically, SpongeBob B-Way. That's the shorter version of the word Broadway. Ever since the first day, there has been so many people. Well, first of all, there's so many people who are like, oh my god, I am so excited. Can someone fly me out to Chicago so I can see this musical, SpongeBob, on the stage right now? I was one of those people, to be honest with you. There were so many people who would be in this theater and they would be like, oh wow, just look at the stage of this show. It just looks so amazing. Wow, I am so excited for this. And then the reviews about the show came in. I'm going to warn you, it's going to be pretty shocking, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably naysayers about the show. Because of course you would, because it's SpongeBob, how would you think it works? But so many people, including critics, have all been saying that this show is amazing. I am not kidding you. They are saying that the show is great. It is definitely a must-see. It's on someone's A+ list for theater shows. I mean, if that show gets on an A+ list, you know that it has to be very good. A lot of people also don't know this, but Nickelodeon actually has been working on this musical for 4 years. And yeah, I know you guys are probably like, 4 years? What? That's insane. Well, a musical generally takes a very long time to even start, you know, coming up with ideas and, you know, asking what kind of people are going to make the songs, or, you know, finding costumes, writing the story, all that kind of stuff. You know, kind of like movies. It takes so long just to come up with these ideas, and, you know, of course, it's going to take, 4 years for a Broadway show. Nickelodeon, or the people who were working on this, they obviously knew what they were doing, and they knew what they wanted, everything. So it's actually pretty great to see that this show is actually doing very well within the general audience. And I really do hope that when it goes to Broadway, it actually has the same momentum, which I'm sure it will. You know, I mean, maybe some people would probably be afraid to see it just because of the fact that it's SpongeBob, but I don't think it would stop it just because of the fact that, well, I've seen people, you know, well, no, just the fact that the Chicago audience, there's been so many people seeing the musical, and so many people raving about it, critics raving about it, and so, yeah, you know, it's a huge possibility that it may be a hit on Broadway, which also brings up one point that I want to say, and that's where I'm going to end this video. There's a musical on Broadway called Hamilton, and it's like the biggest Broadway musical on Broadway as of right now, and it costs so much freaking money just to see it. It costs like almost $1,000 just to see the show, and the show is literally freaking sold out until next year. That's how popular it is. The reason why I brought this up was because there were a couple of people who literally said that the Spongebob Musical is the next Hamilton. Yeah, they're saying that this musical, SpongeBob, is literally as big as Hamilton, or it's going to be as big as Hamilton is. And if that's the case, then wow, that is insane. That is crazy. So yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say, you know, with the whole SpongeBob Musical thing. I'm very excited for seeing it. When it opens on Broadway, I am definitely flying my ass to New York City, and I'm definitely going to watch that show. No questions about it, it's going to happen. In fact, I don't have a pen to go ahead and actually document this, but I'm going to document it soon, that when it goes to Broadway, I'm flying there, and I'm seeing the musical. It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. It's not because, you know, I'm a big fan of SpongeBob. Of course not. So that's where I'm going to end this video today. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for even more content. Now, before I leave, I do have 2 more things I do want to say. Of course, subscribe to my good friend DJ Honeybun Javon Willis. His link is in the description box down below. And second, I am going to start doing some Q&A videos again, but do not start asking questions yet, because I'm going to make a separate web page so you guys can start asking questions, so that can be easier for me to find. But until then, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys had a good day. Peace out. Thanks for watching.